Hi, my name is Cam Smith with U Sports Production, coming to you from Ambassador Park in Victoria, BC. Thank you for tuning in. We're at the Little League Major Provincials, hosted by Lake Hill Little League, where Little Mountain takes on Hastings in a much-anticipated semifinal matchup. The winner will move on to Sunday's final against Wally, who earned their spot in the final by beating Lynn Valley in dramatic fashion. Little Mountain relies on their strong pitching and defense, while Hastings' bats are at the forefront of their team's success. It's Little Mountain and Hastings from Ambassador Park. Play ball! And Tobin on the mound for Hastings up against Weibel, and Weibel will take a slash at this, and he will get a leadoff single, and that will bring up Sang with a runner at first. And with the delivery, that's Tobin, and Sang is going to turn on this big time. He's going the other way, and that is going to cover the fence, and that is 2 on the board early for this Little Mountain team. What a bomb right there by Sang, and you got to love this. You know, you start off the game like this with a 2-run shot, and that's your pitcher for you at Little Mountain, and he hits bombs too. And Kirpan next up for Little Mountain, and that is Tobin. Tobin out of the stretch. And the delivery, Kirpan's going to hit this right over to Decola. Nice pick up and over to first for the first out of the inning. Yeah, next up to bat for Little Mountain is Barnholden, and that's Tobin out of the stretch, and he's going to lay a nice pitch. But Barnholden gets a hold of this. Oh, but there is Decola moving back, and he just takes care of it right there. That's a great defensive play by this young man, and that'll bring Hunt up with 2 out, and Hunt's going to slash at this, go the opposite way, and that's going to find its way through. That's for a single. Hunt on, and 2 outs. And then Rogashevsky steps up to the plate, and he is going to hit this ball sharply, and that's going to go right over to Coates, and he's going to take the easy out at second. That retires the side, but not before Little Mountain gets on the board, 2-0. And Sang on the mound for Little Mountain. That's Coates with a drive by. Look out, there's Jackson. What a catch for the first out. And Strong up next for Hastings. And Sang out of the stretch, and what a pitch. And that is popped right up. But camping under this one nicely is Jackson for the second out of the inning. And that's Decola. And he's going to rip this ball. That's going to go right over to short. And the first, that is for the third out of the inning. That will retire the side. Hastings coming away with no runs. And Jackson at the plate, and he would be plunked. And he's going to go to first. And then Mao Ming would take his turn at the bat. And Tobin out of the stretch. The delivery, Mao Ming, he's going to drive this one. That's going all the way out. What a catch right there by DeFrenza. And then Jeff go to the plate, and she would swing and a miss. That's for the third out of the inning. Retires his side. And then Sang 2 strokes on Tobin. And Tobin would, he'd look at this one outside corner. Call third strike. And now with 2 outs, that's Trimble coming up to the plate. And Sang with the delivery, and Trimble is going to rocket shot this ball. That goes all the way out to left field. That's in for a long single. And that brings up Phillips. Phillips with runner at first, 2 outs. And Phillips would take a crack at this, but that goes right by him. I'll tell you what, Sang is on fire early on, throwing some nice ball. He's got good command of his pitches, and things are looking good right now for Little Mountain, 2-0. And then 2 outs, 1 runner on for Sang in the top of the third. And look out, there goes another pump by Sang. He puts it over the fence, and that's going to make it 4-0 for this Little Mountain team. Young man is on fire with that bat. That is a good laser shot. And you got to love it when you crack 2 home runs in the game and you're pitching well. This is something special by this young man. And we head to the bottom of the third. That's Kimura at the plate. And Sang with the delivery. And Kimura drives this ball. That's going deep, and that's in the gap. And that's going to bring him over to second. That's with a stand-up double to lead things off. And next up to bat for Hastings is DeFrenza. And that's Sang with the delivery. And a swing and a miss by DeFrenza. Great pitch by Sang. And that's going to bring up Merrill up to the bat. And I'll tell you what, here comes Sang with another delivery, but he gets a piece of this narrow, and that goes right over to Jackson. Jackson over to first, That's for the second out of the inning, but moves the runner over to third. And that brings up Lemon to the plate. And there's 2 out, and Lemon swinging a miss. A nasty pitch by Tsang. That'll retire the side. And then top of the fourth, and Tobin in a jam, bases loaded, 2 out, and that is Chang, and he just rips this ball into the gap, shallow, and that will score a run, and that's 5-0 Little Mountain. And that'll be it for Tobin. They're going to bring in Coates, and Tobin did a good job today. He really did. And the first batter Coates is going to face, that is Jackson. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, and Coates on a stretch, he delivers a little nubber, comes right back to him. Oh, it's mishandled. That'll score a run. That's a tough one right there to start things off with Coates. And 6-0 Little Mountain. Grimsrud Bronze comes up, and Coates is just trying to get out of this jam, and that he freezes Grimsrud Bronze, retiring the side. And we head to the bottom of the 6th. Lattice that bats for this Hastings team, and Sang with the delivery, and that is sharply hit right to third base, and that is a fantastic throw over to first for the out. And then Kamura at the plate, and Sang, oh, he just blows some high heat right past him. That's for the first out of the inning. And Hastings clinging on to some hope, and that's DeFrenza, 1 out, 1 on, and DeFrenza hits one that goes right off over to Jackson. Jackson tags the runner, gets a second out, safe at first. And then Sang facing Merrily, 1 on, 2 outs, and Sang, he's looking at closing this off right here, and he fires when Merrily hits the ball sharply right over to Jackson. And Little Mountain is your winner, 6-0 over Hastings. What a performance by Little Mountain in today's semifinals as they move on to tomorrow's final against Wally. Hastings had an amazing tournament and delighted fans with their quality of play and love for the game, but ran into an impressive pitching performance by Sang. We caught up with the young man for his thoughts on the team's performance on the day.
Well, I had a really good command on everything, basically. Fastball as well. Sometimes my off-speed wasn't there, but usually it was good, so I just found the pitch I wanted to hit and just drove it in the outfield and then circled the bases. Feeling pretty good, you know, we just got to hit Ben Wegwitz, which is going to be tough, but we'll put up a good battle.
Right. And lastly, your teammates. What do you think of your teammates and, getting all the way here and having a chance to maybe go to a Canadian Championship?
Well, I think they played well throughout the tournament. Hopefully just finish it out.
Let's get out in the community. Let's support events like this. My name is Cam Smith with Youth Sports Production. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you on the field.